Some great finds from places you'd least expect them from. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is really nice to see you here. Now, when I go out metal detecting and I'm looking for places to hunt, I really try to leave no stone unturned. If there's a patch of grass that I can get permission to, I'm going to put my coil on it. And sometimes it's the very unassuming sites that turn out to be the best. You know, the site that doesn't have an old house on it, doesn't have a bunch of big, massive old trees on it, nothing to really give an indication of what might have been there. And those are the sites that oftentimes have never been hunted and quite often are the most rewarding. And this first site that I'm going to hunt in this episode is just that kind of spot. It's just a sliver of a lot that sits on the outskirts of a modern apartment complex. But back during the late 1800s, there was once a very grand home that stood on that very spot. Over the years, it's given me a lot of great finds, and as it turned out, this time, it wasn't going to let me down either. Well, I just got done digging a pull tab out right here, and that freed up a 4950 signal here. Now, I don't know what I have yet, but I wanted you to take it down into the hole so you can see it. Appears to be some type of brass right here. It's definitely got a definite shape to it and curve. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like in situ, and I'm going to try to work it out. It's definitely wedged in there pretty good. Yeah, let's keep on digging and I'll be right back. Well, I guess I'm going to start my afternoon off with something unusual. I was hoping for a padlock and I saw that edge, but yeah, this is what I ended up with. That's pretty cool. Definitely green patina on it. Been down there a long time. First I thought, you know, engine bearing, you know, it's got that shape, but mighty thick. Not really sure what that is. Have to get it cleaned up. I don't see any markings, but you never know. But that's a big old piece of brass or bronze. Well, this is a interesting hole. Had a nice little surprise in it too. I was getting a 39 to 40 signal. It was pretty deep, and I dug down, and it's right here. I think it's another window weight. So I may try to get my shovel, see if I can pry this one out. I have found so many of them in this lot. But as I was going down to reach this target, I got a nice little surprise in the dirt I was pulling out. Look at there. Looks like an early weedy. I'm going to get it cleaned up, but isn't that cool? So yeah, it paid off digging it all. And yeah, let me get it cleaned up and we'll see what year it is. Well, I'm not sure if you'll be able to make that out, but it is an oldie. It's a 1919 Philadelphia mint. So very happy to have that. And yeah, had no idea that was going to be in the hole. I'm just going along, and not too long after I got that 1919 penny, I got a 75 signal. I was kind of hoping for a dime, but I was kind of surprised. I ended up getting another weedy, and I went ahead and cleaned it off a little bit, saved a little bit of time, and this one's going to be a 1944 Philadelphia. So yeah, it's amazing. I've just been, I'm in the All Terrain Fast program with the audio theme set to depth, and it just works so well for me. It's extremely fast in response time, and it's great for separating signals, and this place requires that, definitely. I think I finally got one. After digging a ton of nickel range signals, I finally got a nickel, and I'm hoping it's going to be an old one. It kind of looked like it might be, so I grabbed the camera about 5 inches down, threw my dirt up on the drop cloth, and check it out. I don't know, it could be a Jefferson, I don't know. It's just something about it just looked right. So let's give it yeah, I can see it. Can you see it? Heck yeah, here's a buffalo. That's awesome. I dug a lot of can slaw to get to this one. Oh yeah, heck yeah, I will definitely take that. Don't know if I'll get a date on it, but at this point it doesn't matter to me. Well, let me get it cleaned up a little bit and I'll be right back, and we'll see if I got a date. Well, unfortunately at this time I cannot see a date on this one, but I do not care. I will take a buffalo date or dateless. Love digging them, just like the Indian heads. And yeah, that's just great. Absolutely awesome. I'll tell you, after you dig so much clan saw and other kind of things and junk and foil, and then you see that big beautiful nickel come out, it definitely feels good. Well, the signals are really thick here, and that M9 coil does an excellent job separating. And I'm just having a blast out here because I've hunted this so much, but it's a separation. Every time I go out with this thing, it's just so obvious that the separation abilities of this thing is what really makes a huge difference. And yeah, I sniffed a pretty solid 66 to 70 signal in between a bunch of garbage, and I just went down and I gave it a pop. It said it was still in the hole, and that's how it slid out. So I thought, what the heck, we'll take a chance, see if it's anything good. Hoping for a weedy. I know it's a Lincoln, but it is just amazing. I tell you, just it's so much fun heading out every morning with this thing. Well, it looks like I might have a weedy, so let me get this cleaned up a little bit and we'll see what date it is. It looks like it's got a bit of green on it, so it might be an older one. Well, it definitely is an oldie, and believe it or not, it's another 1919 Philadelphia. 1919 is one of the most common early date Lincolns that I find around here, but I love every one of them, I'll tell you. Very nice, and just a few feet away from where I got the buffalo. So, might have been lost from the same pocket. Definitely lost around the same time. Well, I was just about ready to button this hole up, but I checked the hole like I always do, and it was giving me a 41 signal just above the edge of the hole where I just pulled that 1919 penny out. So I dug a plug, flipped it over, and I see this. I thought I had another penny, but it doesn't appear to be the case. I have no idea what that is. Some kind of hinged lid with a hole in it. Oh, that is weird. But you know what? I also think I have something else in here. Yeah, I was just kind of checking around it and I heard that. So let's see what this is, if anything. I'll try one more pop, otherwise I'm going to have to start digging with two hands. Oh, got a root right there. Just trying to go behind it and push out, not to hit it, hopefully. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of work, so I will be right back and see what's in there. Well, it was something good after all. Yeah, pretty nice. Bunch of surprises in this hole. Look at here. I got an old doorknob. That is awesome. Love digging these old doorknobs. Check that out. Very cool. Definitely a piece from the old house that stood here, and I got that and a 1919 penny all in the same hole. Gotta like that. Well, we have two mysteries solved this week, thanks to all of you watching last week. You might recall the strange little piece that I found during last week's episode. Well, a lot of you helped out on this one, and the very first to do so were Dan Anderson, Jim Steele, and Zenith Coins and Hobbies, who let me know that I'd found the male portion of an old Murphy fastener. Now, these fasteners were commonly used on the side curtains of early 1900s automobiles. Now, you might also remember this piece that I found deep in the ground in last week's episode as well. So a lot of you helped with this one, and the very first to do so were Leo Bauer and Roy Harding Jr., who let me know that this was part to an old door. Specifically, it was a striker or keeper to an old surface-mounted lock, and it is an old one. It dates all the way back to the 1870s and 1880s. And a quick shout out also to Kelly Stewart for supplying this picture. Well, that's a lot of people to thank. I'm going to try to do it again. I'd like to thank Dan Anderson, Jim Steele, Zenith Coins and Hobbies, Kelly Stewart, Leo Bauer, and Roy Harding Jr., and everyone else who pitched in and helped to make last week's mystery finds this week's mystery solved. I just had to grab the camera for this one. Kind of cool. Give me a 68. Nice solid signal. About 6-7 inches down. I sank the digger in and gave it a pop, and this flew out of the dirt. Look at that thing. Looks to be like an old razor. Not as old as some of the safety razors I normally find. Definitely not. This is plastic. But it's definitely vintage. I would put it in the 60s. Yeah, look at that handle. That's pretty cool. Just had to show you that one. Never found one like that before. Well, this was just a random 57 signal. Dug down. I didn't think too much of it, but I decided to go back to my car and get my Nomad Root Slayer. See if I couldn't pry it out. I thought it was just going to be like an iron bar just wedged into the ground, but I started working on it, trying to loosen it, and I guess it's about 8 inches down, but I think I got something actually kind of cool. I finally broke it loose, and it doesn't look like an iron bar. So I grabbed the camera and we'll pull it out and see. Ooh, it's still in there pretty good. Oh, check that. Oh, wow. Oh man, that's cool as all get out. Look at that. Old hammer. That is awesome. Holy cow. That's an old iron hammer. I don't even think it had a wood handle. I think it was just like that. How awesome is that? I will definitely take that. Let me stick it up here. See, I love chasing old iron. You never know what you're going to find. And I love old tools because it's just a great piece of history. Well, this one was giving me a 48 signal, pretty far down, 7-8 inches. And I finally pulled it out and I cleaned it up to save a little bit of time, but it is darn nice. I wish this was complete, but it's the top of a handle to an old spoon or fork. It sure looks 1800s to me. Very thin, but heavy. And silver plate. So very cool. Here's the top of it and the back side. That is really awesome. Only wish it had been whole, but it looked like it had broken off, so maybe somewhere in this property the rest of it's in there. But I will definitely take this. That is a nice old find. So I was able to get out again on Monday, and I was really looking forward to this day because I was finally going to be able to meet up with Chris, and we were going to go out metal detecting. Well, I decided to take him to another Plain Jane site of mine, a huge field that sits right in the middle of town. Just an empty grass field, not even a single tree. But as it turned out, we had an absolute blast, and we came away with some really great finds. Well, I know it's been a long time, but Chris called me over.
A rare sighting, man.
Yes, it's like a Sam Squanch, you know. You hear him, but you never see him.
Wow.
He got something cool. He's breaking right back into it.
Yeah, not too bad start. I don't know, it's some kind of compact cover, but it's got
a little mechanism to open it.
Yeah, this little piece came off, but it was in there. It's like something would have popped up.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know, is this cards or something? Who knows?
Yeah.
Very cool. Hopefully there's something underneath
business
that.
card holder.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Hopefully there's a design, huh?
Yeah, or a name.
Yeah. Well, Chris on a bit of a roll now. Oh,
this is cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't think I've dug one of those before.
I rarely get any toy rifle parts, but
yeah, a little
it's a lever action. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of. It's got to be for a toy. That is a big wheel well, though.
Yeah, it's definitely for a toy.
Awesome.
Might be one of Dead or Alive. Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
With his awesome.
The rifleman.
Yeah, the rifleman. Definitely takes you back.
That's really cool.
Well, between the railroad spikes and spark plugs, I've been keeping pretty busy over the past few weeks. I can't believe I got another spark plug. I can see the part number on this one right away. It's a 46 AC. So probably going to be 60s, 70s vintage. And I'll be able to look that up when I get home. But hey, what do you know? I'll take that. Another spark plug. Well, I called Chris over this time.
Feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good to call Chris over. Been way too long. Yeah, we were just marveling at this section of the field because it has such nice old dirt and it's undisturbed. And this is one of the hot spots of the place. Was going over, I pulled out 2 nails. It was giving me like a mid-50s signal. I pulled out 2 nails and the signal disappeared. And I'm like, well, then I got it. And I went down a little further on it and check it out. It popped out and it's something round, and I'm kind of hoping for an Indian, but I don't know. It might be too thin, too big. What in the world? It is thin. Might be. Oh boy.
You want me to hold it?
No, that's all right. Oh, it's an Indian.
Is it?
Yeah, I see the 1 cent.
Oh yeah, it's coming through. Awesome.
Oh man.
Boy, that thing's got a weird color to it.
It does, and it's a real low number. I'm hoping it's an oldie.
Nice.
Here, I'll tell you what. You take the camera now, and try to do this quickly. I always carry one of these Andre pencils, and give it a quick rub. See if we can get something off of it here. Oh heck yeah! Ooh.
There's some green.
Yeah, I can't get myself oriented on it. It's definitely worn. Well, just a little bit more rubbing on it, and I could tell. I can see a date, 1883.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully, we're not getting too much wind. But yeah, definitely seen some circulation, but I am thrilled to have that. And to get it with 2 big nails in the same hole, yeah, that's awesome. Well, Chris came along the old sidewalk here, and looks like he found something here.
Good little hit there, man. Looks like the lawnmower got her on the hood, but...
Corvette, huh?
Yeah, it's an older Corvette.
Yeah, old toy car. Maybe Hot Wheels, Matchbox. Definitely a 70s.
Yeah.
But very cool. I like it.
That's neat. Good sound effects to go with it.
This one wasn't giving me the best of signal, but it was in the 30s. And then as I dug down, I noticed a halo effect. I was getting a lot of darker soil, so I knew I had something old down there. And turns out I did. Check this out. That was a complete lighter. It's just kind of falling apart from age, but let's take a look at it. Well, at least the other side doesn't look too shabby. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Got some kind of design on it. Very cool. Love these old lighters. Check that out. It's got sort of a Native American pattern at the top. That's very cool. I will get that one cleaned up later on, and I'll get you a better look at it. Well, Chris said he got some. I did get something cool. Holy cow!
Got some weight to it. Look, it's still got the original.
Yeah, red paint.
Yeah. Wagon wheel lead.
Wow.
That's feel how heavy that thing is. Can you imagine what the whole thing weighed?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Very cool. Definitely like that. Well, I called Chris over. I'm not used to having an extra cameraman. So
yeah, an extra.
It's kind of nice.
Extra hand at least.
But I was digging down 3940 signal, and then I felt something I couldn't move, and I started to brush away, and I've got this bottle down here.
So I want like glass.
Yeah, it seems to be whole, and I'm gonna give it a pop. I've been digging it out a little bit. Hopefully it comes out.
It's always the scary part. There she is. Oh yeah, look how thick
yeah,
it is on the bottom.
It was soda.
Oh man, that thing's in decent shape.
Yeah, but the silk screening is pretty gone. Oh, wow. I know what it is. Royal Crown. You can see the YAL right there.
Oh yeah.
So that's a pretty cool.
Awesome. See what's on the? Is there any embossing on the bottom?
Look there. You can read some of it still. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a date off of it. I'm guessing 50s, 40s maybe. Oh, jeez. Duraglass.
Oh, yeah, that's an early one.
Yeah.
How cool, man.
I just can't quite make out the... Sometimes they're not well cast, molded, whatever.
Take it to Kroger, get your deposit back.
I don't know. I'd put it in the 40s.
Yeah.
Well, I was just kind of swinging and talking with Chris, and a little signal caught my attention. 2627 on the Manticore. 12 on the Equinox 800 Chris is using. And I saw it right away. Got a nickel. Hoping it's something older than a Jefferson. But if it is a Jefferson, let it be old.
It looks old.
Does it? Oh.
Is it a Buff?
Oh gosh.
Jefferson?
No, Jefferson. It's a Jefferson. I thought Buff for a minute, but
it's gonna be 40s.
Yeah, definitely. Had a little trouble figuring that out, but let's see, 47.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully I've got it in camera. Now it's in camera.
Only about a foot from your bottle.
Yeah, it's just about might have been about the same age as my bottle.
Yeah.
So I'll take that, 47. I'm gonna find a lot of nickels this past weekend. I was getting a 29 to 31 signal. I had to dig down pretty far, and this came out. I have no idea what that is. Not sure, just thought I'd film it in case I can figure it out later. Yeah, not really sure, but it definitely looks like an old piece. Well, this one was giving me a 57, but I dug down and I saw a penny and I was like, wow. But then I also recovered 2 big rusty nails, so I was probably dragging the numbers down. But it turned out to be a nice early wheat. It's going to be a 1918 Philadelphia mint. Well, I got a 6061 here. Popped the plug, said it was in there. Kind of gave me a scare. Look at that. Yeah, Chris is like, oh man, you hit the lottery. I'm like, I know. But unfortunately, it's not gold. But they are real diamonds, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, definitely the root of my signal. Lots of those too. So anyway, I think it's going to look really, really impressive once I get it cleaned up. Well, sadly, I did not find a mortgage payment in that last hole. But I had an absolutely incredible time out there with Chris, and we came home with some really cool finds. Now, I think it's high time we had some weird history again. So stick around in just a few seconds. I've definitely got some weird history that you need to see. And also stick around to the very end, as I have a link to another amazing Finding America episode, and I think you'll really enjoy watching this one. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure, and I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.